All right, guys,
What's up?
what's going on?
We are back.
Try to make that as seamless as possible. I am over here sweating.
It looked good. It looked good. I'll be honest with you. It looked good. It blew me away. I was blown away. I was a little speechless.
Right now, I'm trying to fix our player one name. For some reason, it just decided to pancake itself, and it's just not showing up. So I'm going to be working on that while we jump into this next game, round 3. I know the life count's a little off. I'm going to fix that first.
Yeah, we're gonna fix that. We're gonna do it. We're gonna fix everything fixed here. So we have two great players here. We have Alex 2 on the right, playing androids, which is fantastic, and on the left we have Mark Woodin, actually a player from not quite my locals, but about an hour away. I've played against this guy many a time.
Right.
On the left, playing Sorbet hand destruction.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
That's a new set of words I've never heard.
Yeah, that's a mouthful. But yeah, so essentially it is the yellow Shinron leader with hand destruction built in, which is usually what he plays. Mark is a pretty much exclusively a hand destruction player. So anytime you play against Mark, you know that's something you gotta deal with.
That's kind of cool that he sort of has that
specialty
accolade about him. Where he's
that's actually how I met Mark. Actually, it was whenever I went to Gen Con, made the Vegeta hand destruction deck. When I went to locals here in Pennsylvania, he was playing my list card for card, and we started talking about it and figure out ways to improve it and make it better. So Mark's just a great guy, good player, and like I said, I would say the hand destruction grandmaster.
Wow.
Like
okay,
if you had if the different archetypes in Dragon Ball were like martial arts, he would be the hand destruction grandmaster, right? You have to climb the mountain to meet him, and he's like, discard your hand to enter the temple. Like that would be what it'd be like. So it's a very, very good player.
And I believe it was Mark Woodin.
Yes, Mark Woodin.
He's coming in large and in charge with the name right now. All right, and then I'm gonna size this down. All right, see, these are OBS things.
Yeah.
This was actually not my fault. That was just OBS going, you know what? I don't feel like putting his name on the board.
What is this, national championship? Get out of here.
Right.
We're not working
Okay.
right. All right, so starting off, we have Mark with the...
Sign up for Winner Box number 4. Please report to customer service.
Right now, it looks like he's attacking with Broly, which may seem a little weird. You might say, Dusty, why is he attacking with Broly? And I would answer because he gets plus 5k and gets to search the deck for a Dragon Ball. What he's going to choose here is the 1-star Dragon Ball, which is the Dragon Ball that allows you to tap 1 energy, you put this in the drop, you discard a card, and your opponent discards a card, then you draw a card.
Right.
Which, again, hand destruction fits in pretty well.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited to see this deck being played because, hand destruction sorbet is not something I haven't even heard of referenced, and it's very interesting to see the 1-drop Broly's being utilized to maximize sorbet's effects, and not only find a Dragon Ball, but it allows him to apply pressure very early in the game.
Right, absolutely. And that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? That's what this event is all about, is having multiple decks that we don't expect to come here in Duca.
It's actually not a bad idea for the text scroll.
Again, Dragon Ball Super players, if you have an opponent in front of you, please raise your hand.
Yeah, guys, this is round number 3. So it looks like Alex is going to attack with Gohan here, take a life. And then that's going to get discarded by Mark. Now, Mark making a little bit of a mistake here against androids. And one of the things, I wouldn't say it's a mistake, but you have to be careful attacking androids. If they get to 4 life when they cell chain you, it is spells disaster. Because then they have the ability to super combo you and tower you to 0 cards in hand.
Right.
So Mark is helping him, but he had no choice. He had to attack with Broly. What Alex did here, though, is give him a target he can attack other than Broly.
Okay.
Which is, other than his leader, which is important. And we'll see if Mark takes him up on that offer and attacks into the Gohan to draw the Dragon Ball.
I like the way you put that. Takes him up on that offer.
Yeah.
All right, so let's fix life here.
Yes, I'm sorry. A Foolish Samurai in chat. Yes. So Sorbet's front side ability says when a battle card attacks once per turn, so the first time a battle card attacks, it gets plus 5,000 and searches a Dragon Ball. So the Broly, the 1-drop Broly, searches for a Broly. Looks at top 7, gets a Broly. And then when he attacks with it, he can search for a Dragon Ball.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, that was a little unclear.
Yeah, we're starting to see more set 5 leaders start to get on stream. So yeah, I know some of you may be still not very much acquainted with them.
Yeah.
And it's we'll try to be clear about what the effects are.
Yeah, so here's Dragon Radar. Fantastic card. One of my favorite cards. It looks like Mark's going to take the look at the top 7 aspect of that card, which is look at the top 7 and choose. You can get 1 Dragon Ball, one Desire, you can get 2 Desires, or you can get 2 Dragon Balls. Very unique.
The choice is yours.
But the other mode, which is the one I prefer to use, is grab 2 Dragon Balls from your drop, or Desires, and you just use them again. And I love that ability. I love the ability to tap 1, go get 2 Dragon Balls, draw 2. It's like essentially draw 2 for 1, which is, I think, very efficient in a lot of decks.
Yes. I personally, depending on what point in the game I draw Dragon Radar, it determines whether I choose the top 7 or just a guaranteed 2 draws. And most of the time in late game, I go for the guaranteed Dragon Balls.
Yeah.
But in the early game, if I haven't pulled any Dragon Balls out of my deck, I have a higher chance of seeing that, so I go for the top 7.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's very true. Very true. Mark also showing that he has Time Magic and Energy, which is a very cool new negate that came out. Essentially, whenever you negate a card with it, it stays in rest mode until the end of their next turn.
It's a very, very powerful card.
Yeah. Great against Bardock. I'm sorry, not Bardock. I'm sorry. Great against Storm decks. Using it against Gotens.
Yes.
Any swap target is great. It shuts them down, essentially. Bardock would actually be a terrible target for it. Okay, we'll see what Mark and Alex are going to do this turn here. Alex trying to decide what he wants to play as energy. This is his 3rd energy. It's important to realize that he has a 3-drop cell in his energy, which almost guarantees that he has a 3-drop cell in hand.
Yeah.
But again, Mark doing a fantastic job not knocking Alex to 4. That's what we talked about earlier. Really important to do. So if Alex does cell chain this turn, it's not going to be as strong as it could be.
For sure. And the other thing too is with androids, in my experience, especially in the past, leaving them, like I said, not bringing them to 4, not giving them access to that very powerful super combo is a way to keep yourself in the game. But at the same time, they've gotten so many different utilities to self-awaken now and stop you from stalling them that you can't do it for too long or it could backfire.
All right, Mark going to take that, go to 5. And now Alex is playing down the blocker Android 17. Love this guy. 15,003 cost, but in androids actually only cost 2. 2 cost 20k blocker that gets to stand at the end of your turn.
Yes.
Super efficient card, great against Storm, just great against any deck that has a bunch of cheap little attackers. The fact that he's playing with Android 17 is fantastic because it reduces the cost, makes it 2, and increases its energy, making it 20k. So for 2 energy, you get a 20,000 blocker that gets to restand. Very efficient, very, very good.
I always forget what the second word is. I always think energy barrier Android 17, but it's energy guard.
Yep. Also, this card is one of the funniest cards to me because it doesn't have barrier.
Right.
And since he's creating a barrier in the card art, it seems fitting that it would have barrier, right?
But this card would be so powerful if
oh
it did.
Gosh, it'd be. Yeah,
it's a free
absurd.
attack. It's a guaranteed restand. It's a blocker. Like.
No, it would be absurd.
But I think that's where they found in the 4-drop Android 17.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right, so. Looks like Mark is going to cast 1, play Dragon Radar again. Looks like he's actually getting them out of the drop. So it looks like he's going to go get 1-star Dragon Ball and then maybe some. Oh, actually just getting 2 0-cost ones. Okay. I like that. Just gets to continue to draw.
I mean, one thing I found with, the Sorbet and the other leaders that are not Shenron, it's a lot harder to get yourself to that wish side. You know what I mean? So your effect is not as fast in grabbing Dragon Ball. So trying to maximize how soon you get to flip over is very important. And I think that's why he's also not pushing onto this Android leader, because the Android leader is still plus 10 on the Awakened side until it has 4 life. So he's at least able to keep up with power and not having to worry about multiple 15k attackers going into it.
Absolutely. Right now, Mark just needs to get Awakened. That should be his main priority right now. Just try his best to get Awakened here. It's one of the big downsides of Sorbet. You can only get 1 Dragon Ball a turn. Actually, every Dragon Ball leader, or every Shenron leader except Shenron, only gets 1 a turn. It doesn't look like Mark has any cards in his hand that allows him to essentially speed that up. He doesn't have any Sorbets, no Trunks, anything like that can speed that up.
Mark going down the 4 here.
All right, Alex taking his time here on his turn, trying to figure out what he wants to play out here. I don't think it's quite time for Cell Chain yet, but we'll see what Alex decides to do here.
3-drop, that's the scariest amount of energy to see an Android player play, and there he is.
There it is. It's weird. Mark has access to Cobalus in hand and choosing just not to Cobalus here. I wonder if Mark doesn't know about the timing. That seems uncharacteristic for him.
Choosing to absorb that 5-drop 17 from Union Force, and there's the...
Okay, so what Alex can do here is just fail to search.
Yeah.
Fail to find, and then just put another 17 under and go to 5-drop anyway.
I'm going to tell you something cheeky I did one time. Mostly because I had the energy, and it was just it was a unique situation. I had multiple bloodlust in hand and the energy to do it, so I just kept doing it, and they eventually ran out of 17s.
It's actually exactly what Mark does. I mean, that's exactly what Alex does. So he just says, oh, I didn't find anything on my first search. I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to go get this, my 5-drop. Looks like Alex is discarding the hand of the hand discard player here.
Unfortunately, we haven't been able to see this hand destruction sorbet really get itself going.
No, we haven't. I really think that's why Mark should have just used Cobalus at the beginning. You Cobalus the 3-drop, it delays it a turn, but then you know what's coming.
Yeah.
And honestly, there's probably, especially since he's playing the Broly engine, there's plenty of removal in the deck.
And it could have been a matter of just sort of forgetting the timing. Bloodlust has been kind of out of the format for a bit, and he might have forgot that there's that first timing window and that second timing window and how that interacts with the game. So that could have just been an honest mistake.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, I knew that wasn't gonna. No. I forget the actual the big boy cell. Yeah, you are perfect for
that
us.
is true, guys. I mean, chat. I mean, that's something we talk about a little bit too. He could have just Cobalus at the 5-drop. I mean, it still gets the kill a battle card, draw a card effect, but then it turns off the ability to go to 7-drop.
Exactly.
But honestly, in that opinion, I would probably rather just have Cobalus at the 3-drop because it's easier to remove a 3-drop than it is to remove a 5-drop.
Yes.
So, but yeah, either way works. I mean, absolutely, you guys are correct. Either Cobalus in the 5-drop or a 3-drop has the same effect, but Cobalus in the Union Absorb trigger just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Unless you just know that your opponent doesn't have the ability to, have the second 17 in hand.
Alex is like he's just going to take a peek at Mark's drop area to kind of see what is missing. Interesting. I hope Mark had some Dragon Balls he held in his hand if he knew the 7-drop was potentially coming, and he's like, fine, I'll just ditch these Dragon Balls.
It's true. It's a good card to get value from.
It kind of replaces what would have been the card it would have drawn you.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I know some people might disagree and be like, well, why not draw the card? I mean, hey, if you know you're going to get cell chain, it may not be able to stop it or whatever the case may be. I do weird things like that. I try to...
Another interesting play by Alex here, actually going to 25K and then playing... Oh, I think he just needed an extra card in the drop. Never mind. He just needed a 3rd card in the drop. My bad. I couldn't quite see the drop there.
And then going for that Dark Temptation toe, I believe?
That went from a questionable play to a fantastic play.
Wah, 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 wah. I'll find it.
All right, so here he's attacking for 15,000.
No, I was right.
10,000.
Did I spell it wrong? I don't know what happened. I was right.
Okay, so we go 15,000 and then 10,000. See if Mark decides to take this and goes to 2. Would not be the best idea since there is a cell on board. But we'll see what Mark can do with just 3 cards in hands.
I notice when it comes to androids, you get into a lot of, I guess you could say, awkward situations sometimes when it doesn't just kind of pop off in turn 3 and start doing discard things.
Right, and we kind of saw that with Game 3 with Danny versus the Storm deck. I mean, actually, both players kind of had that weird, awkward situation. But yeah, sometimes when you have these kind of like combo-ish decks and you don't get the combo pieces, it does kind of put you in a situation where you're just like, okay, pass, I guess. I don't know. Like,
yeah.
It's not really coming together the way I want it to.
And unfortunately, Mark's still not being able to activate that wish, so he is on his...
Ooh.
And that... I honestly didn't even think of that, but Sorbet is, in fact, a yellow leader, which gives him access to Shugesh. Note to... Cronoa has been played. I almost said Toa. Cronoa has been played, so that's a fair move.
And here's the thing. There's been... The biggest thing about this event to me, one of the biggest things that we've yet to talk about, is this is the first event, I think, ever in Dragon Ball's history
where
sideboard space is limited. And what I mean by that
Okay.
is that you still get 15 cards. There's no change there. It's just there's so many good sideboard cards now. Used to, it was hard to get the 15 cards,
Yeah.
right? Now it's extremely easy. And so a lot of players are cutting kind of these fringe sideboard cards like Cronulla that we don't really see Shigues play anymore, so why do you have Cronulla?
That's a very good point.
So this might be a very good meta call by Mark where he's like, you know what? I don't think people are going to run Cronulla.
Yeah, and I mean, we don't know. That could be the one true gush in the deck, that once he finds it, he just holds on to it and says, I need to play this at a pivotal moment.
Actually, something Mark could do here, too. It's actually Child's Wish Shigesh back into play. And then combo with it to play something else for free.
You just made my heart hurt. Oh, Shugesh is a 2-drop. That is a very great point. Yeah, I mean, because I've done that with my super combos, but for some reason Shugesh is not calculating as that in my head somehow.
Right.
But yeah, that's a very good point. So he can recycle the Shugesh whenever he wants. It puts his opponent in a very awkward situation in the sense of, ooh, I don't have a negate to stop this. So that could be detrimental.
All right, so here we have Richard Zapp's top table report. I'm actually just going to let him read it to you guys. Top table report by Richard Zapp coming in, guys.
What's going on, everybody? So what I did is I went through the top 30 to 40 tables. Understand there's only 2-0, so there's no way I even caught all the 2-0s with this. But ordering by presence, the top leaders I saw in the top 30 to 40 tables in order: Droids, Harudagard, Janimba, Stormfist Krillin, Pan. I saw more Vegeta Baby than I saw Hercule, and I saw one Oob, and I saw one Xeno.
That's 9 different leaders. I was going to put that out real quick.
That is insane.
9 different leaders.
And that's probably less than half of the 2-0s.
Right, yeah. That's insane.
That's, yeah.
Talking about variety.
Of the undefeated.
Absolutely.
9 different leaders. Yeah, let's stay on this path moving forward in the game.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Is fantastic.
There are a few Shenron that I forgot to mention. But
Sure, some Shinron, yeah. So
Yeah, I expected to hear Shenron somewhere in there. All right, so now we're starting to see Mark
go off a little bit here.
starting to find his pieces and things like that. Unfortunately, still not on that wish side. He
Pretty good card here he has here. He can actually use this card to KO the blocker.
Yeah, if he does manage to get it out.
Yeah.
But he's forced to pass. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, only
still
has
not
one
getting-
energy open, but yeah, it's something that he can use going forward
I have
here.
a question. Why isn't he attacking with the Brawlies just to simply get? Oh, I know he doesn't want to give him cards. I guess that's it. He's so I know what's happening. He's in a weird situation where he could be attacking with Brawly to get the Dragon Balls, but then that means he's gonna make Android go to 4, and that activates super combos in the 15K.
Right. Remember though that you only get that effect on the first battle card that attacks, and he attacked with the Goku to take Goku from a 10K to a 15K. Get that Dragon Ball. And
He
then
did. So he did already do it.
Yeah,
Okay, I thought he didn't do it at all.
Yeah, because the Goku does untap at the end of your turn, so that's why. Yeah, it's easy to miss, especially with that top table report coming in.
Right. So that makes perfect sense. If he had 7 Dragon Balls right now, we would definitely get to see what this deck is meant to do. Well, let's see here. Let's say Android is attacking. Android leader attacking into Sorbet.
Yeah, it looks
Choosing not to combo. Easy combo for Mark there.
Yeah, Mark's just going to combo one of the Broly's away. Now, you probably won't combo the second one away. You still want one out for Evolve, but...
But then again, if he does manage to get to his wish side, he could grab the Desire that he discarded, trigger the wish for free, play the 3-drop Brawly, the promo, and then he'd be able to evolve for a lot less.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really where the deck starts to shine.
Ooh, Time Magic. Now, this is interesting. I think this still untaps, right? What's the ruling with that?
So if we pull up Time Magic, we'll
Yep.
do that right now. I don't think it does, and I'll tell you why.
Okay, yeah, please do. I have no idea. This is something I've never seen before.
So we read Time Magic. It says negate the attack and choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode, ignoring barrier. It can't switch to active mode until the start of the next turn. So Android 17 says he triggers at the end of turn, but he's not allowed to stand up until the start of the next turn. So
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
So
when
ti-
his
so
auto
Time
goes
Magic
to trigger,
just
Time Magic overrides it because it's
Absolutely.
not allowing him
Makes
to stand
sense,
up.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
the-
actually a very good play.
Yeah, no, the way Time Magic is worded, it actually just stops you from being able to untap, no matter what the effect is.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. And there are a lot of things in the game, guys, now. There's timing has never been more important than it is
Absolutely,
right now.
you're 100%
Because
right.
there are certain effects that would still untap even though Time Magic says one thing, just based on how they're worded.
Right. Here comes another Tower out for Mark, and Mark's going to take it.
Mark's actually going down to 1. I
Good
missed
ol'
the
one.
going down to 2. Sometimes I've done it. Sometimes with these wish leaders, man, you have to just do what you got
He
to do.
needs to awaken so bad. 1 to 6.
And actually, no, I think,
It's actually 5.
excuse me, 5, yeah. Which I've looked at that several times. I just kept saying that's 6.
These games have been awesome, by the way.
They have been.
It's been making it really hard to.
Wait, I can do that?
But
I just figured something out. Hold on, I'm gonna try something. Oh, you don't have to get rid of this. I'm really happy right now. I just found a more efficient way to do the life. I just wish I could have 2 separate windows open, but hey, I'm not gonna.
Can you not have 2 separate windows?
No, it's gonna override this window. But I know how I want to do this based on the turn. So right now, since this is Alex's turn, we'll go ahead and open up this one and just keep it there.
Yeah, sorry guys. Like I said, if feel free to call me on the me pronouncing the words correctly.
Oh, if this cell chain goes through, this could be. Oh, he's looking at
Ooh,
replication.
I love this play. Oh my gosh,
not a bad play
this is
whatsoever.
the absolutely perfect play. Yep. This is probably just a game for Mark. He's gonna get 2 tokens off this.
Yeah.
Both tokens can attack into threaten game.
Please have those Cell Junior tokens.
Plus he draws 2 cards.
Yes.
1, 2. Come on, Cell. Come on, Cell tokens. Where you at?
You better sell Junior token.
Hopefully they're actually Cell Junior tokens too. Not,
I am upset.
Not Pokemon
This is
cards.
automatic.
What is happening?
I'm really sad.
We need to get some tokens for stream and like that way the players.
Yeah, actually,
that's
yeah.
it.
You know what's funny? I think someone who's here with me has everything, including their token.
cool,
so
cool.
I might do that. So for those of you who are watching, those Zapdos are Cell Junior tokens. Dude, maybe I should get a little counter that I put on screen to cover up. Is he playing it? I finally get to do it.
Let's see it.
Yep, he's playing the Deadly Defender 18. I'm scared it was going to do multiple. There
You're
she is.
trying so hard.
Oh my gosh, it's
That
one of
was
the new
sick.
ones that I added.
That's so good.
And I got her. That's the only.
People in chat said not even first edition. Alex the Scrub coming in playing not first edition Zapdos tokens.
Unbelievable. We had faith. Yeah, and I think that's a scoop from Mark. There's just way too much.
That was
he
just a
had to stop.
fantastic play by Alex.
Yeah, and that's why I love the Vile Replication cell.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
For
yeah.
that reason, I don't care if you run the spicy one-up. It's these moments that you go, I'm gonna draw 2 and just establish 3 bodies. How about that?
Right.
For 3 energy.
No
you
big
know?
deal.
And then playing Android Leader, getting that -1, he was able to do that and pull out Deadly Defender.
Right.
With a blocker on board that was going to untap at the end of this, at the next time it was allowed to trigger.
Well,
so
I think what Mark's finding out here, and it's something that's very interesting, is it's really hard to play a dedicated hand destruction game nowadays.
yeah,
There's just so many draw effects in the game.
Sure.
You know, back in the day, there wasn't easy ways to awaken. There wasn't easy ways to draw cards. Now there is, especially against androids. Androids is honestly one of the worst matchups for hand destruction.
Right.
Because they start drawing an extra card at 6 life. You can't lock them out of the game. You can't knock them to 5 and stop attacking. They still draw. It's just they have such, and they also have, and he's playing it. Alex says,
Right.
is the Android 17 5-drop that draws you up to 4 cards in hand. You know, it's just, they have so many ways to just get out of the discard that it makes it tough.
I just found something else out. Okay, guys, sorry, I have to talk OBS things. So now that I figured out I can leave this window open, whenever I click on a different thing, it stays over here. I don't have to keep dragging it.
Yeah, broken.
Broken.
Guys.
Broken. But what I was actually going to say regarding the game is that not only is this just a tough matchup in general, but I think this is a very specific tough matchup for this sorbet deck, and here's why. Like what you just mentioned, the androids being able to awaken at 6 and getting that additional card every turn.
Absolutely.
That's hurting his hand destruction already.
Absolutely.
Secondly, he has to attack to get the additional Dragon Balls, which he doesn't want to activate those super combos too early.
Right.
So it stops him from attacking. So it completely stops not only his deck's hand destruction aspect, but the whole wish aspect and how it's meant to work. He almost has to play kind of risky in order to get that flip over and then start going off as best he can. Because if he doesn't, he falls to what I said earlier. If you wait too long, that can also be a punishment. And I think that's what he just fell under just now.
Right. So, couple things about sideboarding in this. First question: Why did we have 1-1? That's not the match count. That's their game count. So both players have won a game and lost a game.
Yes.
Right. Currently, it is 0-1, 1 for Alex. You can see that on the top of the screen. Bottom of the screen, it's round 3, and both players are 1-1.
Yeah,
that's a piece of information we've been asked.
Yeah.
So
And if I can clarify, I can see why that would be confusing. What I'm putting at the bottom, guys, is their record. These players are,
Right, their
are
record.
X1. If I wasn't misinformed, if I'm not mistaken, so I will put both players' record, tournament record, are just to make that a bit more clear. I can change that right now
Yeah,
for
absolutely. Yeah. And then the question about sideboarding, the chat pointed out, and something I want to talk about as well. We didn't see Mark put in, not Mark. I'm sorry. We didn't see Alex put in minus Killy Zone, which is a very common card to use against Kobolas, so it shuts down Kobolas. That's something we didn't see Alex do. Maybe he's just not afraid of Kobolas, which is possible.
Right.
Kobolas isn't as good against the cell chain when used at the wrong timings, or if your opponent doesn't have a way to remove the 3-drop once you Kobolas it. Doesn't seem like Mark does.
Sure.
So maybe Alex is just like, you know what, I'm not going to do that. Something else that's a great sideboard card possibly for both players, Haru.
Right.
Great sideboard card, and also for Alex as well, Cronoa. We
Sure.
saw Shigesh. That could be something else that we could see played. So these are sideboard cards that could have been sideboarded in and could really change the direction of the match.
As far as why we're seeing players that are X1, we have Richard Zapp who's bringing us. I think he's trying to keep things different as far as decks. I don't think he's really counting records. I think 1-1 might be the worst record you'll see on stream.
Yeah.
If he finds an undefeated matchup that's like 2 really spicy decks, we will obviously get that. And when I see him again, I'll try to get him to bring us some 2 undefeateds and see what they're running.
Yeah.
So, you might have just said this, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I was trying to fix this. But what were you saying are these sideboard options here for both players?
Sure.
I heard you say Killy Zone being one for Alex.
Killy Zone, Corona for Alex, for Mark, just more removal. Essentially what you want to do is you want to Kobolas and then remove the 3-drop. You can do that multiple ways. Goten combo card is a way you can do it. Just using a lot of the overwhelm cards that let you do it. But the problem with playing Wish is it really hurts your overwhelm options.
Yes.
Because if you overwhelm too soon, before you're awakened, or before you've used your ultimate, you just get rid of all your Dragon Balls. So it really limits your play. That's one of the big downsides of the Wish leaders.
Yeah.
So it's really going to shut down a lot of Mark's good sideboard options.
Right. I think it's interesting that Alex is going first here. I do believe Mark had the option to at least go first, right? Why wouldn't you?
He's choosing his opponent to go first.
I guess he just wants to maximize his attack.
Yeah, well, also one less card in hands.
That's fair.
As well. So it does help the sideboard, or it does help the hand destruction, especially if you start with a 1-star Dragon Ball, because you essentially now you take another card from their hand already.
Right.
Yeah, so it can be good.
Now, why play the Gohans in a Wish leader?
Well,
where's the value in taking life?
Yeah, my guess is that it's just a good attacker to get a Dragon Ball from is maybe Mark's logic. I don't like it. I think in this spot you can just literally...
I mean, and he also gets to make it 20k because of Sorbet's effect.
Exactly. So it's a 20k critical attacker, gets you a Dragon Ball. That's neat. But I think it's better just to play a 1-drop that goes and gets a Dragon Ball.
Right.
Like a Sorbet or...
He also, I don't think he chose to take life unless he's going to trigger that auto...
Yeah, I don't even see the life.
He could... Okay, so this is actually really weird timing. He could choose to trigger the Gohan auto now. Because basically he attacked, chose Sorbet auto first, and then look, he's going to... So now he makes a critical 20k. So that's actually really interesting how that all plays out.
It does, because you can look at his life and say, okay, you know what, there's no more Dragon Balls in my life. I'm not going to take it.
Or there's multiple Dragon Balls in my life, so I have a high chance
Yes.
of getting the one I want. Very interesting. And that's what I was talking about, guys. Oh, there's that foil Dragon Ball. Spicy.
Looks good.
Yeah, it does look good.
Looks good.
I want to see somebody all 7 foil. They should automatically win the event. If you have all 7 Dragon Balls foil, that is a win con.
Could you imagine a card game where the foils did something extra? Could you imagine?
Trademark that right now. Somebody's going to take it. There's a designer in the chat as we speak.
He's like, gotcha. What a pay-to-win game that would be.
That's the epitome of pay-to-win.
Yeah, that's like exactly what it is.
Okay, so we're seeing the Dark Power Black Mass Saiyan.
Love this card.
Is this a great card in this matchup?
It's actually pretty good because it works on Shigesh.
It does work on Shigesh, yes,
if
because
he
it is an auto.
Shigeshes in a card, then he has to discard 2 off of the Shigesh.
So maybe that was his choice as a side as opposed
Instead
to
of
Cronoa.
Yeah. I think it's a fair trade.
So he's like, yeah, you can Shigesh, but also discard 2, so that's basically a discard 4.
Yeah, no big deal.
That's insane.
Dusty put my boyfriend on stream. I'm not in charge of who gets on stream, guys. I'm sorry. Get the Dusty Irish drink. The Dusty Irish drink is a Sprite. I'm lame. I'm sorry. It's a Sprite in a green cup. That's the Irish drink for my...
I'm not going to lie to you guys right now. I'm trying. I want to see 1,000 viewers.
Yeah, can we get 1,000 viewers? I mean, I don't know. That's not too much to ask. I don't think.
I'm going on Twitter right now. I'm gonna do the hashtags and everything. I'm trying to help us. I want us to reach a milestone. I want this to be the biggest viewer-wise Dragon Ball Super
I
card
think it
game
already
stream.
is.
Really?
Yeah.
I could have sworn I've seen.
I mean, I think at one point, well, I don't know. I think at one of the finals I had 630 at one point. I think it's the biggest I've ever had streaming.
Okay, well,
So we're like right there, you know. But
I actually think this is behind. I think that the Twitch will actually say a little bit more.
Right. Yeah. So, oh yeah, life. I'm sorry, guys. We'll get that just a second. Sorry.
Oh, I can do that. That's my fault. I apologize. Trying to do too much. Why is the life still at 1? Hello?
Yes, you can. That's actually something I should have pointed out, guys. And I'll try to do that every time we have a wish leader on stream. I'm so sorry. Yes. With the wish leaders, you can look at your life and then look at your deck.
Yes.
Or look at your deck and then look at your life.
All of them can do that, yes. Would you say Alex is at 3 or 4? That looks like 3.
Yeah, I'll just go, we'll get that fixed.
Did you get a life check on Alex? He's playing the Android?
Yeah, just like make it more clear.
The
Thank you.
Android player.
Sorry, guys. We'll get that fixed for you.
I like how he just asked him, yo, what's your life? What?
I'm not sure how that's 6 life, but we'll figure it out. I'm gonna go fix it real quick, and then you take it over.
Yeah.
You got this.
Okay, I'm gonna move away from the Twitter machine real quick, trying to get us to some big boy viewers. They're claiming it's 6-6. That does not look like 6 cards. Maybe they're just laid out. Dusty's going to double check for us right now. Oh, this is my favorite card in the game. Spirit Search Trunks. If you guys don't already know what this card does, I think it's absolutely amazing. It is a 2-drop. Activate main. Oh, excuse me. When you play this card, if your life is 5 or more, you can choose up to 2 Dragon Balls from your deck and place them in your drop area and then shuffle your deck. He also has an activate main that says if your life is 4 or less, you can choose 1 green or black desire card from your drop area and add it to your hand. This is my favorite card in the game right now for multiple reasons. And this also explains why he's playing things like Gohan. He's playing Spirit Search.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that makes sense.
Goodness.
We were talking about Spirit Search before the stream, so
Yes.
I'm sure that's what you were just saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah,
Basically.
that card's sick, man. That card's sick.
that was 6 life. My goodness. All right, so we should be all caught up.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Now, one of the coolest things about this card, and I'm sure you've talked about it too. I'm sorry.
Say it again. It's amazing.
Is that it's an active main.
Yes.
You can use it every turn, which
And
is
most people
super
do not
cool.
realize that.
You can do it for all kinds of things, right? You can get it back a Dragon Ball or Desire, right? With it, yeah. So you can use it to draw a card.
No, just a desire. Excuse me, a green or black desire.
Okay. That's still amazing. Not
Yes.
that bad. Not that bad.
Not.
Yeah. So I was thinking maybe you could use it to get back the 1-star Dragon Ball, but it looks like that's not the case. Like, so you can only get back Desire. Getting back Child's Wish. I guess it's okay.
Right.
I guess it's fine. Just an unlimited Child's Wish.
All right, that's the best I can do. I don't want to stay away from the stream too much right now. Choosing to actually attack with the Spirit Search.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, I guess he needs to get the Dragon Ball, but man, that card's so good.
Yeah.
If it can stay around, it's so good. Androids honestly doesn't have a lot of removal in the deck.
They don't. And right now we're sitting at 2 energy. The only Android he would play that'd be able to remove would be the 4-drop, I believe, from the Ultimate box. I always get them mixed up where they came from, but
Right.
the other barrier Android blocker, the 17, that one has removal. But I don't think he has any other 3-drops unless he does Cell Chain and go into evolving life form.
True, yeah.
Mark looking like he is moving a bit faster in terms of sending those Dragon Balls out. He
Absolutely,
did do the
absolutely.
Trunks effect to send to, so I think he's sitting at about 5 Dragon Balls, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, absolutely. No, because one of the big things about this, and you're right. I mean, I think there's 2 big downsides to Androids. Number 1 is consistency.
Sure.
That deck consistency is a killer for this deck. Sometimes it goes off, sometimes it doesn't, and that's
Right.
something you really can't control. Number 2 is the lack of removal. We talked about the 5-drop and the 4.
Stream is saying 6 Dragon Balls is what he's at, actually.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have the 5-drop and the action card you just played is Energy, which is the 4-drop that kills something when it comes into play. Those are the only 2. So if you can really get ahead on board against Cell or against Androids, it's really hard a lot of times for them to catch up.
Yeah, what I'm seeing in hand right now is I don't think he has the evil life form cell, the 3-drop, and I don't think he has another 17. So he is not within Cell Chain right now. Definitely probably going to be looking for it. He's probably going to swing into the Spirit Search here, I feel like, more than likely.
All right, so here comes the attack.
Leader attack, I wasn't sure what that was. If that was that Spirit Search, he would have to combo up because Spirit Search is a 15k battle card. The Android Leader is still 10.
Yep. So 10k into...
He did happen to draw another 17.
Ooh, gonna combo that away.
So going to combo Valve Replication.
Now, it's a 0+5?
Yes, Valve Replication is a 0+5.
Ooh, Mark keeps it alive. I like that. Attacking 15 into 15. Mark doing a good job being able to keep Alex to low life here.
What's interesting too is he doesn't even have to keep it alive, right? Because once he passes turn, if he doesn't find another way to get a Dragon Ball, he can actually just Child's Wish it back, and since he's above 5, he would just trigger Trunks again to send the last Dragon Ball to the drop area, and then when he flips over, he just grabs that Child's Wish back.
Yeah, so, I think he does have Child's Wish, and I think it might be the first card.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I noticed. That's why I was like, hey, he doesn't have to protect it, but I'm sure he has a better play if he does. So he sees the value in protecting the Trunks.
My guess is that he just knows he's going to awaken this turn, right? Next turn.
So
100%. Being able to Child's Wish out a Broly and then I mean, like you get that double combo.
He'll start discarding very soon if he gets to do what he wants, as opposed to what he will have to do to recover.
So it looks like he's attacking again. 50,000 to 50,000. Alex goes down to 5 life.
Yep.
And he protects it again.
These types of decks, I'm noticing, as someone who's been running Spirit Search for a while, you want to play your cards from the drop area, so you're not super scared about comboing them. Sure, you're like, I can play them from there. It's fine.
Let's see if Alex has a way to deal with this. Looks like he's tapping 2 here. Maybe, there she is.
Debating whether or not to play that, what looks to be the Deadly Defender 18.
He keeps shuffling, he keeps teasing us with it. I think it's coming down, though.
The minute it touches the table, it's going to look like an activated effect. Boom, boom. There it is.
You're trying so hard.
On point. It's very, very important.
And attacking in for 20,000 to... Oh, and it gets Time Magic.
And then gets to take the life. I actually really like that play because he's most likely going to hit... Does he hit the attacking card, or can he hit a separate card?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question.
Let me bring Time Magic back up.
Let's read it.
No, choose up to 1, yeah. So he could actually choose to stop this blocker.
I think that's what he did.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did.
Yeah.
So he chose the Energy Guard 17 to not restand until the end of the next turn, or start of the next turn, excuse me. So this could be a very, very awesome turn here for Mark. I'm very excited to see it.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here.
I love the 18 animation. Thank you. Thank you. I was so skeptical on that. That was the only higher resolution art of GT 18.
It's actually hard to find the Android art at all.
Yeah.
Like, it is. It's because they're such popular characters, you would think that there's some pretty sick PNG art of them, but there really isn't.
Sound clip, yeah, I can actually lower her volume right here. So next time it plays, it won't be as loud, or hopefully not as distorted.
See what Mark decides to do here.
Sound clips are also tough to find. My goodness.
Yeah, I can imagine.
All right, so it looks like he's counting out the Dragon Balls. He should have 7. If not, all he has to do is swing. Unless he drew into the Dragon Ball. I think he was just counting that he has 6 to make sure. And honestly, attacking into the Deadly Defender while he still has the +5 available is not a bad idea.
No, it's not a bad idea at all. Remember, this is a 15,000 Android. It doesn't go up to 20 because he's not at
so now, yeah, so it would force Alex to combo, and he's tapped out right now.
Yep.
So that's 2 5Ks out of the hand. I think that's completely worth it. He does have to be wary of...
Sparky Deathball, maybe.
Yeah.
He could take the life and kill the Trunks, which...
would defeat the purpose. Yeah, 100%. Yep.
Oh, it's Shocking Deathball, not Sparking Deathball.
Close enough.
That's true. All right, so he's going to attack into the Mass Vegeta.
Yeah, with Sorbet.
He gets it.
Possibly able to take a life within this turn and then Shugesh, so that's might have been why he wanted to get that out. I don't see a Shocking in hand.
Yeah, I don't either. It looks like he's going to get the last Dragon Ball. There it is. It's going to allow him to awaken this turn, which is important. I expect Mark to use Trunks' ability to get Child's Wish out of the drop, maybe use it. and then Awaken, get it back, and use it again for free.
Exactly. That's 2 more bodies, and these could be 2 pivotal bodies because of the fact that this is a Brawly deck, and bringing out promo Brawly is going to allow you to evolve for a much lower cost and start doing what the deck is meant to do.
Right.
He has to be at 4 life to get it back off of Trunks, but when he does activate Wish, part of the mechanic is you get to grab a Desire back, if that's what you're referring to, Slater. Manages to get rid of the Deadly Defender as well. This is looking much more favorable for Mark. And there's that final Dragon Ball going up to 7. Let's see if he chooses the top 2 for the Child's Wish here. Considering it. Child's Wish might be going for the 3-drop Brawly that he, I think there's one in his drop. Or maybe he also thinks there's one in his drop, and there might not be. I do that very often with these Wish decks. I forget what's in there.
What's in there, yeah. It's easy to, because you have so many like Dragon Balls in there. It's like all muddled up.
So, Child's Wish out the 1-drop Brawly, which it's been so long since I've seen these cards. I don't remember the name of the card. So let me just pull up Brawly. Watch it be the 1-drop. Oh, that would have been cool. Dawn of the Rampage.
Alright, there it is. Gets another 1-drop Broly. Pretty cool. Means he could tap out if you wanted and play that 1-drop Broly out. There's the Awaken. Gets Child's Wish back. We'll see if he decides to use it. He might just draw a card. Just draw a card, pass. Didn't look like there was that much to Child's Wish out of his drop that we saw.
No, he didn't have any targets. I think he also thought he had the 3-drop Broly, which would have gotten rid of the other 17. Now, mind you, I need to go back to Time Magic again. I keep having to reference this because I keep thinking about these timings. Okay, it does say start of the next turn, so yeah, Android 17 will untap with Alice. I thought it said the end of the next turn.
Oh gosh,
which would have been Android 17 was also not useful at the beginning, but yeah. Still gets to restand at the start of this turn.
Right, if there's a free Child's Wish, you just choose to do that.
Goes for his super combo.
Yeah, I like that play.
Yeah. It's just scary because, you know, he could just...
he's actually going to attack in. Super combo to 15.
All right. Yeah, that was probably the best version of the play. You don't want to risk the card being KO'd by an effect. So he's actually choosing to protect it with the other 17, but that's keeping the 17s limited in his hand. He does have another, the 5-drop 17 from Galactic Battle. And so his Union Absorb is still available, but he doesn't have the 3-drop cell. So very different game.
All right, so Alex is going to charge his 4th green energy. Has Kimaji's surprise attack in hand. That's pretty sick. And he has Deadly Defender.
Zach Wheels, the Zapdos are his tokens in case he plays the Cell Junior, file application to play the Cell Junior tokens. We're going to try to get actual tokens on stream for people to use. Does draw into the
4-drop barrier blocker.
Yeah. I want to learn the name.
Yeah.
Of that card. So I'm just gonna type Android 17. Limitless Energy. That's the one that. I'll pull it up just so you guys can see what we're talking about. That's the Android that Alex
this
just
guy's
drew.
one of the best cards in the Android deck. 3 cost, 25k, blocker with barrier. They kill something when it comes into play. Not too bad. One of the things I've noticed a lot about Androids, they could usually only play 1 card a turn.
Yes.
But that card is so good because it gets its cost reduced and its power raised that a lot of the times it's so energy efficient
Yes.
that it makes up for the fact they can only play one a turn.
That's why the Energy Guard 17 is such a great turn 2 play. Turn 2 typically right now is probably the... why is Marcel saying hashtag blame Marcus? Blame Marcus for Marcel not going to Nats. Oh my gosh. Savage. I was going to say turn 2 is typically the turn that is still safe to tap out even now. Once you get to 3, you start to get a little iffy.
Right.
So Energy Guard is such a great card because you get to swing and get a blocker. It's a 2-drop. It's a 15K. You really can't go wrong.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, you need think about it. A 2-cost 20K blocker that untaps is still just insanely good. Like,
Yeah.
there's just so many good cards in this deck.
Oh, and then just like that, the Limitless Energy, going to go ahead and get rid of that Spirit Search, which is actually fine right now because the Spirit Search can't even use its activate main. Mark is not at 4 life yet.
Right.
So I think that's a totally okay for Mark.
See what Mark decides to play down here.
Oh, playing the gosh, it just slipped
the
my
Piccolo.
Yeah, the Piccolo
Yeah.
from Union Force that makes you discard, which makes sense. This is a discard deck.
Especially
He's
since you
also
can
a
keep
Child's
buying
Wish
it back,
target.
which is pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Tapping Dragon Radar for the Dragon Radar. Looks like he's going to be going into his drop. Most likely going to grab back any desires if he does have any.
Yeah, I'm curious if he's going to grab a 1-star here. He might grab a 1-star Dragon Ball that have a little bit of a discard effect, and then grab like 1-star 0 cost.
Oh, he is actually running 1-star.
yeah. But he might just go double star. He might get it back a desire.
Child's Wish and a 0 cost, most likely. Yep. Slater, I think it's just in a bad matchup for itself, going against this Android deck.
Okay, so draws off the Dragon Ball here.
So I think Mark is running into an issue I was running with my Shenron deck that plays from the drop area. If you are not consistently getting cards to the drop, then you just don't have anything to play.
Sure.
And you feel almost obligated to want to Child's Wish everything because it's just like, why not? Why not pay less to get these cards out?
Right.
But you limit your targets if you're not seeing them and getting them to the drop area. That's why you've seen people playing things like Fledgling Talent Pan,
Sure.
and things like
sure,
that
sure.
because it's a free draw 1, discard 1. You're seeing that in those yellow those decks and things like that. So I think that's the problem
when
he's
he
running
finally
into
gets
here.
his Broly. That's the card he was looking for.
He wanted that in the drop long ago.
Yes.
In a faraway land. What deck is Sorbet good against? This particular deck, if it gets to do what it wants, I feel like it's good against most decks, just not this one. This is a discard, a discard Sorbet. Manages to get the World Peace for free.
Yeah, World
and
Peace for
play
free
out the
for Shenron. I think every card we've talked about in our cards to watch has been played now.
Yes. I think he's going to use the restand ability here if I was... Could be wrong. Unless he's going to give the leader crit. That's also a very much a good play.
Yeah, you could just restand 2.
Yep, choosing to draw, restand 2.
Seems like this deck is probably what it'll do most of the times, but crit is very good too, since it's a hand destruction deck. So, honestly,
I mean, that's what made that blue green.
buying 2 back is pretty good. Could you imagine if you like Child's Wish for free, Sorbet, combo it, use this to get it back, combo to get, like, you can just really play out a lot of cards.
There's a lot of interesting loops that you can do.
Oh, absolutely.
He also, if he ever needed Spirit Search or any other 2-drop that he may run, he can also bring that back with Shenron. So that gives him a lot of options. To be honest, when I first played the Spirit Search with the Figure of Majesty, I forgot that I could play 2-drops for free with Figure of Majesty, and that was a great target for my
No,
trunks.
absolutely.
Now, is this, forgive me, we already said this, is this mono green Sorbet leader?
It looks like it. I
Yeah.
think he has obviously the yellow in there with Shigesh, which is needed because you have a yellow leader, but I think so far we've seen nothing but green.
Yeah, I think this next turn, you know, if Mark gets to where he wants to be, we're going to see a lot of discard happening.
Absolutely.
Especially, he could bring out what? If he brings out the 3-drop for free, I believe that makes the 6-drop a 3 cost. That's a 6-drop for 3. Choose 2 cards out of your hand to discard. Potentially give it crit double strike. 35k.
Pretty good.
That is insane. Now, he does have the Limitless Energy 17 to block said attack, but that's still a lot of value off of that
Oh,
card.
that's actually true. We saw Cobalt last game.
Was that this leader?
Yeah, because he's Frieza's army. So yeah, we saw Cobalt Lust. So he does run at least Cobalt Lust and Shigesh.
Right.
Are you putting another video? Okay. That's fine.
So no targets here for these battle cards to swing into except for leader.
Yep.
I think Mark is okay with that, at least to go to 4. In case he needs Spirit Search to start doing some cool loops with his Desire cards. Because besides Dragon Radar and flipping over, Spirit Search becomes your only way to grab back Desires that you use.
Right.
And you will be very surprised how fast your Desires go away when you're using them for free. And you run out.
That's why Trunks is so important.
Yes.
Players that sign up for winning that number 3 or then is ready.
I like how Marcus set this up. Marcus set this up so that he has to go to 4 life.
Yes.
And that's going to be great because that means he can buy back Trunks with Shinron and then start getting back his Desires.
So we're seeing a chain happening right now.
This is probably going to kill the Shinron.
I had a friend of mine say, "Man, Shenron should have had barrier," and I said, "Are you insane?
Are you nuts?
You're just trying to make this game have 0 variety. Everyone runs 4-drop Shenron."
Okay, here comes the Evolve. We'll see if he goes straight to 7-drop. He might get maybe do another 5-drop. See what he chooses here. Nope, straight to 7-drop. I like that. Good play. Mark taking some time here, trying to figure out what card he wants to 3 cards he wants to keep.
Kind of getting a taste of his own medicine. I know he wanted this next turn to really go off, but he can be very pick and choose with what he wants to send to the drop because these all could become new Child's Wish targets.
Right.
Can I have table 168, Maurice Kilgo and Aaron
Oh, I think he drew another world piece. That's a fantastic draw if that's what he drew.
Yeah, 100%.
It looks like that is what he drew, though.
Can I have Judge Thomas to the front?
I think it's interesting, though, that he pitched the 2-drop Trunks. Yeah, another 2-drop Trunks that he pitched. I think it's like the best card next turn because he could use it to buy back. Actually, no, he's still at 5.
He is still at 5.
He's still at 5.
But
for some reason, I thought he got hit.
But I think he's about to get hit right. Oh no, he actually just passed Alex.
Yeah, I think Alex just doesn't want to knock him to 5. He doesn't want to
He's
give him
respecting
that.
the Spirit
Yeah,
Search, to be honest with you.
Absolutely.
And I don't blame him. We also can't forget the fact that the Frieza leader, or Sorbet Frieza leader, Shenron leader, its 3rd effect, is that the one that they rest an opponent's energy, right?
I think they can just pick 3 targets and.
Yeah, and then, so it could be a battle card or an energy.
Yeah, it could be battle card, energy, whatever. Yeah.
Super effective. I can see why this would be really good with this discard deck. So choosing to KO. Well, actually, his opponent chooses what he's going to KO. His only targets was either Perfect Force Cell or the Energy Guard 17, seeing as how Limitless Energy 17 has barrier.
Yep, absolutely.
And then actually comboing with...
The Broly.
He's going to Child's Wish it for free to force him to get rid of the cell.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, but we'll see. And Alex will take a go to 4. This is a dangerous place to have androids. You want to make sure you knock androids to 4 at the right time.
Yep. Because now Mark has already been cell chained. He doesn't have a lot of options in his hand. And potentially going to be passing tapped out. Now he could have access to things like time magic that will help.
Okay, here we go.
But he also didn't give Alex another target to attack, so Alex has to attack life and bring Mark also down to 4.
Thank you, Steven. We appreciate it, my friend.
Yeah, we're glad we were able to fix everything, guys. Oh my goodness.
I'll tell you guys what, this is a scary turn for androids. They're passing with exactly 4 energy, so they get their plus 5k, which is insane. So we'll see what kind of shenanigans Alex
the
wants
super
to do.
combos are live.
Yep. Mark
They have
has
lots of energy.
2 cards in hand.
I know, Dan Arts, I know we are definitely focusing on getting undefeateds on next.
Yeah.
If you guys want to throw out some ideas for leaders that I can then tell Richard to try and find, we can't guarantee anything, but we can definitely pass that along to see if we can get you guys what you want to see.
Did you get the
And Mark is going to go down to 4.
Did you get it for the previous one? Did you get it for the previous one?
And then we're seeing a Deadly Defender 18 come into play, so I
What?
gotta do it.
Let's see her coming on out. 25k, no big
You're
deal.
trying so hard.
Hopefully the volume is better that time too, if you guys want to give me that feedback. I did lower it like 2 or 3 decibels.
The old 2 costs 25k, not a big deal.
Oh yeah, oh gosh. Show me the Yamcha. I want to see Yamcha. If there's an Oolong that's 3-0, that has to be on stream.
Right.
I'm sorry. Excuse me?
That's true. Give us
Still loud. Man. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're gonna do something crazy. We're bringing her like almost halfway down.
Here she comes again. Another 25k attack.
I'm not doing it again. Should I do it again? Should we just test it?
Yes, test it. Come on, let's bring her out.
All right. Headphone users, mind your ears in case.
You're trying so hard.
There's so many different audio clips here. I can't even scroll to see where her levels are. It's insane. Test, do it. I love the support. Thank you guys. Hit us again. It's a couple of perfect. Couple of masochists in the
Yeah,
chat.
they're
do
ready
it
for
again
it.
in my ears. I don't care about them.
I want them to bleed. Mark down to only like 3 cards in hand though. Pretty terrible spot to be in against androids here. Another 25k attack coming in.
How do you feel about this double Deadly Defender?
It's very difficult for Mark to break through this. I mean, also I'm pretty confident Alex has a King Vegeta surprise attack in, so you can actually just let one of them die and then King Vegeta surprise attack the other one. That's the end of the
You now
tap.
have 10 minutes to complete end of match procedures. Turn 0, 1, 2, and 3.
And I do believe that applies to our game as well, right? The time calls.
I
I know
think so.
typically we're
I
on a
think
different
so.
time.
Complete end of match procedures.
Yeah, sorry, you guys. We'll get the live updated here in just a second. Sorry, Mark is at 2. That's our fault.
Sorry, I'm still on this this mission to get us to 1,000 viewers.
We're doing good, almost to 700 now.
If anyone even texts me, I'm like, go to this link. I'm not even just being so. Oh, I put the wrong person. My bad. Wrong guy. Oh, why did I? Oh, because I closed it. This is 4, and this one is 2. I'm so glad I figured out how to do this like a.
Yes, they
faster
changed
way.
in and out procedure. It's actually really nice what they did. All right, so here Alex has to discard 2 cards at random, guys.
Well, 6-star Broly, Mark gets to choose.
But it's at random, yeah.
But yeah, okay, so he
But
did.
I don't-
Oh, okay.
I
I
don't
thought
think-
Alex chose the 2 cards.
Well, it looked like Alex did choose the 2 cards. But
Unless he just said like the 2 on the left. You know what I mean? Or something like that.
Yeah.
Hopefully he did.
Trust me, Mark's been playing that Broly since set 1, so I promise he didn't let that go off.
Now this is the random 2.
Oh, guys, thank you so much. Best commentator live. I don't know. I have one heck of a commentator here with me, Marcus.
Oh, shucks.
I don't know if I can be the best commentator live anymore.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Guys, I don't think Alex did choose the way we think so. My guess is that Mark was just like, yeah, the first two or whatever.
Yeah, he might have just verbally told them.
Right.
And we don't have audio.
Right. We know the 6-drop was on. We mentioned it. I'm telling you guys that Mark has played that Broly for
Sorry, I'll read the chat.
for a year and a half.
They're really trying to get this blame me for Marcel not being here thing going.
Yeah, I've heard that. I heard that's the case. Did they find out that that's the case?
It's because we live in the same state. Somehow it's my fault.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's a good question.
It's a good question. We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. I'm sure they're promoting their own stream on their Twitter. That would be no reason for them not
The
to.
Instagram, they were posting some things.
Yeah,
We got
Instagram.
to see the cool gold leader.
I've never been on Instagram. I think I'm just a little too old for it.
I feel like
You know?
No.
You know, hey, you look back, and you're like, that's for you.
As
that's
a content
for you kids.
creator, you should be,
Yeah.
and I condemn you somewhere to the HFIL.
It's just, you know, you got it, guys. I can't deal with that.
At the end of the day, you can have your favorites. You could like one person, dislike one person. We're just here to give you guys the best stream we can.
We said it yesterday during the test stream, and it's something that's really rings true for us. This weekend is about the community. We don't care about ourselves. You're not going to be here to self-promoting. You're not going to be here to talk about anything except Dragon Ball and the community. That's what this is about. That's what this weekend is for.
Right.
I mean, I have ran into so many fans just talking about, I don't have an invite. I'm just here to play.
Yeah.
I'm just here to play. I'm just here to play.
There's so many great side events going on,
I'm
too.
just here to play side events. One group of people just came to hang out,
Yeah.
buy some cards. You know, it's like this is for you guys.
Apparently, I left Marcel in the ditch as I drove off smiling. That's why I was laughing.
You just threw him behind your thing.
This is the most annoying thing. Getting back to the game, protecting Deadly Defender with Stout-Hearted 16 combos. Oh my gosh.
Not a big deal.
Every time you try to progress in the game, I'm going to punish you.
Yeah, I'm going to punish you.
How dare you
I'm
play
going to
the
bring this
game.
up to a 30K, plus you discard a card, and she stays on the field.
This is where he does something spicy like I would do, and he Child's Wish a random Explorer Bulma to restand 2 energy. And draw a card.
There you go. Let's see what happens. I guess that could be on the table.
No, it's definitely not in there. Maybe a super combo, though. Aha! There it is, the Divine Cry Beerus.
Yeah, taking beats. We talked about that. Yet again, my guess is just a verbal. It's just verbal.
Yeah. And plus, we have a great judge at the table.
Absolutely.
Who is staying on top of things.
And like I said, Mark has played this card, guys. He was a beta tester for the 6-drop Broly. I'm telling you, he's been playing this guy forever.
Attention, Dragon Ball Super players. Can I get a Kevin Gonzalez up to the front?
Oh,
desk,
Princess
please?
Saiyans, man, that's awesome. We can't wait
Kevin
either, man. We'd love to see
Gonzalez,
Europe getting more
please
support.
come
That's
up to the
fantastic.
front desk.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I think he's like scared to attack for a shocking death ball to hit. Is he? Oh no, he attacked with leader. Okay.
Okay.
I was like, is he gonna attack with Divine Cry? Yeah, he's like, yeah, got it.
You got it, man.
I think with no cards in hand, you just try to attack into Deadly Defender. Well, not try. It will get KO'd. The question is, does he attack Brawly and give him the 2 cards, or does he just wait an additional turn?
The biggest problem that's facing Mark here is that he has to get through these Deadly Defenders, and his opponent's still at 4 life. You know, so there's no way he can win the game this turn. I don't think I would attack this Broly in here. He's going to. That's fantastic that it worked, but
I feel like he should have attacked
Vegeta's
Spirit
surprise
Surge.
attack would have blew him out right there.
That's fair. Oh my gosh, I ran face first into that card, and I play Shenron later, so I don't even have an option to not swing with a battle card, and that hurts so bad.
Oh, absolutely.
And what's crazy is I was in one of those situations where I had them at 4 life, and I had a triple strike attacker on the board, but I had to single strike them, and my single strike gave them King Vegeta surprise attack. They didn't have it previously.
Jeez.
So unlucky.
All right, so now Mark has no hands. He's taking 15K into 15K. Toa.
Yeah, actually just going to block with the Spirit Surge. He has 2 big bodies on board that Mark would have to draw something like a Limitless Energy. Let's see if he belongs a part of the
If I was Alex.
top deck brigade.
What is it?
I want to know. Show me the spice. He doesn't want us to know the spice.
What did you draw, Mark? Alex is like, I
Oh
drew
my
a
gosh.
super combo. Unbelievable.
He swung at lead. And that, I mean, I don't even think. He couldn't do anything about it.
Got it off the top.
It didn't matter.
Woo!